Good evening, race fans, and welcome to another edition of the Zelda Randomizer, brought to you this Tuesday night by SpeedGaming Live. This is Group 8 of the SpeedGaming Live 2021 Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament. My name is Malchior. Joining me tonight is Fury SK. Fury, how you doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing all right. We're going to watch these two duke it out to see what happens in this Group 8 matchup.
Yes, we have Alsoa facing off against Error72. Currently, Alsoa stands at 2-0. He stands undefeated in the group. If he wins tonight, he locks the group up and will advance in Group 8. Error72 trying to spoil the plans, currently at 0-1. He has to win his next two matches back-to-back to force a three-way tie in the group of 2-1, and it goes to tiebreaker times from there.
Yep, officially, Alsoa is actually in win or go home mode, but if he wins, the group is over.
Well, also go home. If he loses, he goes 2-1. It goes tiebreakers, right?
Correct, but the tiebreakers are not in his favor already. So if
Oh,
Error
okay.
beats him by any margin whatsoever, then Error has the tiebreaker over him, and they'll both be
Oh,
2-1.
frick. I haven't analyzed that. So this is make or break for both of our runners. It should be exciting tonight, folks.
Yep, it gets a bit more interesting if Error wins, because then he gets to play Chrono JJ, and depending on his time difference there, he either advances, or if he doesn't win by enough, then I advance out of the group.
Yeah, I faced Chrono JJ in like the Nerd League thing that was going on. He's a bit of a dark horse. You cannot underestimate that guy. Coming from his RTS background, he has a lot of skill and very high execution level.
Yep, both of these runners, I think, have faced off twice recently and have gone 1-1 against each other, and it's been fairly close both times as far as the margins between them when we talk about pickup races or weeklies that they've raced in. So I expect this one to be pretty close too.
Well, I am excited, and we should get this started momentarily. Bingo! Starting in the desert. Oh, thank you, Alsoa, for the mixed music. Gosh dang it.
That's one of his things that he always does to us, so no surprise here.
Uh, He's chaotic neutral at best, and chaotic evil when he wants to be. I think we swapped over to Error's audio. I'm cool with it. I'm just making note of it. But bunnies on the overworld, that's dangerous.
Yep, but it also devalues the bow and arrow a little bit for dungeon usage. Instead of having your bow blocked by Pole's Voice or something, your best bet
fair.
for arrows being blocked would be a Goma, perhaps, and that's about
Very
it.
fair. I kind of don't mind seeing bunnies on the overworld. Also, immediately finds level 2 at vanilla level 1. We have removed most open stairs on, and he's going to dig it.
Not without bombs or a sword, though. He's going to have to pirouette at best. And if that doesn't open, he can't go anywhere. I guess he's not going to even bother.
So yeah, to run our flags, since we started so quickly, we have Mixed Quest Overworld with the second quest selection of secrets. That is the actual Coast Heart. That did not get shuffled this time around, because Heart Shuffle is not enabled. We also got Shapes, Dungeons, Community Hints, ±2 on the enemies and bosses. Possible Overworld Wood Sword blocks, so Armos item could tell us a big story if it's something like a candle or a recorder, or a raft or a ladder. Second quest, monsters and rooms, and remove most open stairs. So both of our runners digging for that Armos item, trying to see if they're going to need it to acquire their sword.
Yep. Looks like we have a fairly cheap candle, but not so cheap on the arrows at one of the Armos spots in the forest.
Yeah, Chrono does take a quick death to a Lionel. Not much time lost. He'll just continue his exploration up in the hills. Also, a very crisp screen scrolls to go quickly through the grave. Oh boy! Ladder is the item. That does... The bomb cave, the second quest river caves are not included because they are bomb caves. So our sword is still somewhere in an open cave on the overworld. But ladder, Armos item, yes please, every time.
Yep, I do believe that could qualify you for the one dungeons that's stuck behind a block, though. So it could be that
That is
ends
correct.
up being the only thing that blocks us on the overworld.
That is correct. And we have level 7 at Vanilla 6. And Blue Text Man. Hello, Blue Text Man.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that is a desert tile getting overlapped by the old man, which causes the text color to change as we get a candle purchase because it was so cheap over there by Error. And I think he'll eventually go the heart on the coast because he'll want to have enough for the white sword item.
Mm-hmm. And this is nicely done by Error, increasing his exploration very quickly. Also, it does get blocked out of level 7. I think probably just missing keys or bombs. Error is going to burn down the whole forest.
It's kind of good news, bad news for an early candle. You get to cover some spots on the way, natural progression, but you also occasionally take pit stops in dungeons you find, or just cover more ground slowly, so you end up getting to the sword later.
You will delay your sword in exchange for higher exploration, which normally I'm okay with doing. If I can go to a screen once and never have to go to it again. Wow, that was a clip. That is a clip I've never seen before.
Yeah, there's all sorts of fancy shenanigans that get pulled off. Some people do more common ones, some people do some more crazy ones that you don't see every day.
Oh, taking a hit from a jumping pole's voice. Alsoa finds level 1 at the bomb cave, right under Death Armos. His third dungeon found. Will he find anything of value here? Without a weapon. Ooh, this could be, oh boy. This could be an item. What we got? What is free in level 1? Oh my goodness. Alsoa is off to the races. Wand found in an open stair blue room, blue bubble level 1.
And I could actually read his lips on that one. He'll say, "I'll take that." So I'm not surprised he's happy to see that. Now it allows him to progress through this room with beefy Stalfos that fire Lionel swords at you.
Yeah, don't die to those. That is absolutely massive. We can only hope Error gets over to that side of the world quickly enough, but we know he's going to burn everything on his way there. So again, will be delayed in acquiring his repeatable weapon.
Worth noting, though, that there is a Chevy room that blocks a couple rooms in level 1, and Error will have the ladder once he finds it.
Ooh, this could be a decent little trade-off. I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Yep. Alsoa left one key door unopened on the left side of the room, I guess, like right below start. However, we know it's an old man, I'm pretty sure, because it had a it was not bombable from the top because he tried to pirouette it.
Yes. Error. Oh yes, do the double up. Aw, it's okay. Error does acquire his coast heart, so he is up to 5 hearts, giving him 80% math. A very high percent chance to get his white sword item should he acquire it. Oh, that's... Look out for those... Yeah, look out... Oh! Was that commentator's curse? I don't know. Also, it takes the death trying to get over to level 3 to investigate that location, and will spawn back in the desert.
I'm a little bit interested that he's... I find it interesting, I guess I'll say, that he's going west again here, because he has the volume of Armos Caves unchecked on the eastern side, and you would think that he would want to make sure that's not an important item.
Yes, I agree with you. I find this very strange. He does find a take any. Error finds up in Lost Hills level 6. And these take any's, one goes up to far western Death Mountain. We'll discover the others momentarily. Error is still without a repeatable weapon. Just gonna see if he can find anything free in this 6. Light likes will not make that very likely.
I don't think he's going to stick around long in level 6. He's just looking for a freebie item, because some open staircases will still exist or have bubbles in the room like we saw in one.
I always like dipping a room or two in a dungeon just to get a free bomb pack, because that makes my exploration, especially if I don't have a repeatable weapon yet on the overworld, it just means I skip less spots. Alsoa is going to take his wand back into level 2, hoping to find some amount of progression. This. Oh, that ain't segmented. The door closed. Well, this 2's gonna be three bomb Monty.
Meanwhile, Letter Cave is Woodsword Cave.
Ah, well, that's a great find for Error. He finds his wood sword, and now we'll be able to go through any of the dungeons he has found. And not that one, though. That one we gotta save. Level 9, found in the Lost Hills.
Yep, commentator
great.
opens mouth. Commentator puts foot in mouth after saying such things, because it's immediately level 9, of course.
Always happens, my man. But also, that was great work on that Dark Nut room. Very skillfully handled. And he doesn't have to worry about bubbles, because he's got a B button.
He's still taking a blue bubble hit there, just in case I got a white sword, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I learned through my own play that if I don't have a sword yet and acquire it later without removing my curse, the curse is still applied. I did not enjoy that when I found that out, when I found the sword in a dungeon immediately. So we'll see. He'll just probably go straight to his Triforce and remove his curse. Error's gonna try to get bombs off of these moblins.
We should see a map appear at some point soon. Yep, right there for level 2.
Commentator's blessing.
Well, just the odds because it was so close to start.
Absolutely.
But every room had something going on, either a shutter door or what have you, so...
Absolutely. Also, is going to clear out the rest of this 2, looking for his item drop, which will be on the floor. Level 2 not having any staircases in the traditional sense, unless shapes happens.
Meanwhile, level 3 for Error, so both in relatively small dungeons where they can find items.
Also, it does find his heart container for level 2, putting him up to 5 heart containers. More red bubbles he doesn't care about. Error! That's a nasty room. That's also a nasty room. We got Wizrobes in level 3, who could be blocking required staircases. Oh, but Error does find the staircase immediately in the Keys room, and it's a recorder! Very great to have early, especially with the dungeons we have found so far. Very sporadic. It'll make moving around the overworld easier. Oh, what'd he find?
Bow. 2.
Oh my! Bow found pretty easily in level 2 for Alsoa. Both runners probably going to claim their Ooh, never mind. Never mind. I forgot the rooms Error was going through. That's my bad. But Error will try to go... No, he's leaving. He's got a recorder. No, he's pirouetting. Error's gonna try and find his Triforce out of this 3. Meanwhile, Alsoa claims first blood for Triforce in level 2 at 11 minutes. Alsoa sticks the first one on the board.
Looks like slightly beefy red Wizrobes. I think they're 5 HP.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, no E's for Error. I think he's done for now.
He could progress if he could get around the Wizrobes, but since this is close enough to start, it's easy enough just to leave and come back once you have a little bit more inventory with either ring or better combat.
I agree. I think this is a great play. There's not much time lost in doing this, and in increasing your exploration, you can increase your resources to come here later. That is some cheap meat. 41 meat at the White Sword Cave, including average bombs. So, while also still not prioritizing his Armos checks in the forest, it looks like he is slowly working his way back there through his burn spots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a little bit concerned with how late he ends up getting it, because it'll be a good 15 minutes, it looks like, on the pace he's going.
Yes, I think we could definitely see certain words escape his mouth once he does acquire it. But we have learned that the ladder is not needed to get into a dungeon, both of the river caves turning up with nothing helpful. Error does find his any roads, and these any roads were quite scattered. We got one to West Death Mountain, one to East Death Mountain, one to right there, kind of in the middle, and the other one goes back to the Dead Woods. So, relatively good any roads, especially since one is within 3 to 4 screens of their start screen.
It looks like Error's a little bit confused on the flute there, but he doesn't have a Triforce, which I think he just sorted out because he's laughing at it now.
Yes, yes. If you do not have a Triforce, the whirlwind will not appear if it is a screen that will not open with the recorder, and thus you can just walk on. Error does find level 4 at the south coast. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9 currently on the table, missing 5 and 8. Oh, super gels. Oh, super gels in a shooter room? This could be bad. Bomb him. Also, it is fine take any for his heart container. Oh, Eric. Oh my. Yeah, that's a hard room. He's going to change his approach and go the other way in this 4, finding a potential staircase room. And also, it should be very shortly acquiring his ladder. And we will be watching to see what words he may utter after finding his free item 15 minutes into the seed.
I don't know if we'll see words, but we'll definitely get a little bit of a head shake, just because he had a few rooms in one that he could have checked with it a bit earlier, but it shouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah, I never feel bad about finding something free that... This ain't late into a seed, but it feels at a point where, oh man, I could have come here earlier from where my start screen was and have gained some kind of advantage. And every bit counts against runners of this caliber. He's fine with it. He's like, okay, time to strategize. Meanwhile, Error, not finding too much in this 4, turning up empty. It doesn't have much in the key department or the bomb department. This particular room, the maze room in 4, generally has a floor drop. Could be a staircase, we will see.
Alsoa did the smart thing there. The caves changed the spawn dramatically for things in the overworld, and he kept getting the same spawn in that silly overworld spot right below the ladder spot. So he jumped into the cave, it changed him to go down further, and he got to his coast heart, which I don't think he knew about until just now.
Nice. Advanced maneuver. Well played by Alsoa. Error does learn where his Triforce is, but he wants this item out of 4, and hopefully those dart nuts aren't guarding it.
He's struggling to find a way through that dungeon easily without burning keys or having to combat a room for quite some time, and he's got to use his bomb still to discover the rest of Death Mountain, so...
Yeah, interesting enough, that 4 all the way at second quest, Death Mountain. I know you can get there with the any road that's at, like, that power bracelet spot, but Alsoa didn't find that the first time we go around. We'll see if he takes the long path around later, or if he takes the warp to get there quickly. Could mean he searches a lot more Death Mountain than he needs to.
Looks like the bombs rolled up, but at least the bait rolled down, so another thing that they may have needed money for rolled to near minimum.
Yes. We as commentators always like seeing a bait block. These guys probably are like, that'd be not preferred, but at least it's affordable this time around. Also, it does find his, what was that, his letter?
Yep.
Level 9, and as soon as he gets up to the vanilla letter cave, he will find his long-awaited sword.
I don't think he'll sweat this at all, given
Oh,
he found
not at
that wand
all.
so easily.
No, no, this is just bonus. This is gravy. When I find something like this, I consider, okay, if I found... Just think of the possibilities. Could my opponent have found this earlier? And if so, where may they be now? It helps metagame a little bit, if you're that type of player.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game to play, because you then start trying to make decisions that you think your opponent didn't make, and sometimes you, like, level yourself by thinking 3 or 4 levels down, and your opponent just did whatever they felt like doing. So,
Fair assessment.
nothing.
Fair assessment. It depends on the player. And right now, the player also gets a bomb pack and finds his way into level 6. Now Key, so he's going to use a pirouette to get through that door for free. And Alsoa's already got the bow, so Fury, you gotta imagine anything that is not a dungeon that is level 4 or under, he's gonna... What? Like, not dig? We're still talking about overworld item blocks, so I suppose you do continue digging.
Yeah, Alsoa's whole thought process really revolves around whether or not he thinks he's kind of at the, I guess if he's better or worse than his opponent. For the most part, he'll go ahead and dig the majority of stuff instead of gambling. I think he gambled against me because he felt like he kind of needed to a little bit, but in my opinion, he didn't.
He does find an immediate staircase in Cell 6, but it is just a transport. Yes, I've noticed also it likes to prioritize the larger dungeons. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, these Koreas, gracious alive. And Error is battling through the super gels on just a single... I tell you, Gorillas, it don't matter what weaponry you got. Blue Gorillas are the early game nemesis. They can punish you at any time.
I think that if I'm Alsoa in this specific level 6, it's Dark Nuts as opposed to Whiz Robes, and you have 3 damage that you can deal with a sword plus a wand. So I would expect him to probably dig this for a little while.
Yeah.
If it were Whiz Robes, I would think he would bail pretty much as soon as he found a Triforce, if he found it early enough.
Oh, absolutely. If he or I would found Triforce within like 10 rooms, I'd leave. If I take half the dungeon, I do the famous Rick 6. If I don't, and then I'd probably just bounce. But Error sees his Triforce in 2, does not have his item yet, so he is hunting for it. He will be, should he find his bow, he will be very happy.
Yeah, this map will be in this room, and unless he feels combat blocked, level 2 is an item you almost always want to dig.
Also, fortunate that he has a ranged weapon to take out these gorillas on the other side of the chute. Unfortunate he doesn't have a boomerang to pick up those bombs. Oh no, Error! Couldn't tell, was it the gels again? Also, it does find his item in 6. It is the raft, so opens up 2 overworld spots. Could be required. We will find out momentarily. In any case, that's just a relief that you didn't have to dig it so far in the back. You just found it in your natural progression of the dungeon. I always enjoy that in large levels.
Yep, everybody wants to hate on the raft because it's only 2 spots until the raft's got 2 dungeons.
I think I've only seen that once. I mean, granted, I haven't played hundreds of seeds like you guys, but I have seen it once before. It made me pull my hair out. Also, lining up the Kanana key. If he can, oh, geez, past the traps. Oh, I'll be excited to see this. Got it, perfect. Through the door. Oh no, he can't. Okay. Has to spin the heart container. The robber says, no cheating here. And now he is allowed passage. Looks like Error is forcing a bomb count. But he can't get hit. He's trying to hit this old man 9 times so he can kill the 10th enemy with the bomb.
In this situation, it's great to have a banana because it'll
Oh,
go ahead and give you a 7 count right off the bat. But unfortunately, he got hit again. He's at least at 3 bombs, so it's not awful.
I never knew that about the banana forcing hits on the old man like that. I will have to practice that. Alsoa finds his map of level 6. Chat, name that ink blot. It is segmented. Ooh, cheap bomb upgrade, but only +2.
I don't think he's found the large secret, so getting this bomb upgrade's pretty significant, I think, just because he has enough money and the 2 bombs are pretty useful to have.
Yes, I don't believe either of our runners have found the large secret.
It's because it's hidden on a raft spot.
We can only hope. Error does have a key to get through the south of this too, which is important because I believe that bottom room has his bow. No! The Dark Nuts! I think the nerves are definitely at play, knowing what is at stake. Both of them need this race to qualify, to have a chance to qualify out of the groups for Error, and to qualify out of the groups for Alsoa. We have definitely seen nerves at play. Error going through these super gels once again into... This is probably at least the 3rd time he's had to do this. Also, in the bottom segment of 6, looking for his Triforce. Uh-oh! But it's in an X room. That will not drop. Is that correct, Fury?
I actually wasn't looking at the room specifically. Which room was it?
And the X, so the 5 pair.
No. There can be a staircase, but that's about it.
We have already seen the staircases of 6. We do not expect there to be another.
Have we
So it
though?
does-
We've seen one that transports you down. He hasn't taken the other one yet. They could both transport you down in
That's
theory.
true. That's true. There is an additional transport staircase since this 6 wound up segmented. Thank you very much.
I think 2 is just one of those situations again where Error will have to go back just because it's just a combat situation. I think once he gets the wand in play, 2 will be a pretty early dive, so I don't think it's as big a deal that he Triforce and left for now.
Yeah, it is fine. I do think he'll feel a little disappointed at how easy that one it can be acquired.
He'll be on his way towards 1 based on his current progression though, so that's when he'll get that wand, and as noted in chat, he does have a recorder with 2 being the dungeon that he has to Triforce out.
Has Alsoa cleared every room of this 6? That map looked pretty full. I think our Triforce in 6 may be like Dig Dogger blocked.
We have a flute blocked level 5 by the way near Vanilla Start.
Ooh, spicy. That is our overworld block. One of our, possibly our only required at this point. Level 8, the only dungeon still outstanding. Immediate ladder block, but there is a shutter. Error has got to be shuddering at seeing more Zols, knowing he does not have improved weaponry yet. And, oh, this 5 looks gross.
Looks like Alsoa was banking on an early raft payoff by going straight to the coast raft spot, just down to the one near start.
I'll note another thing for us, Fury. A distinct lack of keys for these runners tonight. Both of them have been operating anywhere from 0 to 2 keys for the first nearly 30 minutes of this seed.
Yeah, that happens in shapes more often than you would realize, that all the keys in 4 and 5 end up deeper in the dungeon and you have to get through key doors to get to them.
Oh, fancy movement error. Slashing past the dark nuts using the... Uh-oh. There's our meat man. And he might be guarding something. We don't know until we find a map.
Don't know that it's super likely at this point, but it could.
I agree. Given the shape of the dungeon, I think you'll be able to just go onward. But you never know. The meat man cometh.
This is a fairly early room in level 5, so the map might be on the river here after he kills off these. Or the compass.
He finds the compass. That's nice. Also, it does immediately find his recorder in level 3. And Error finds yet even more dark nuts. But I say, please don't clear it. Just go get the Triforce. He no longer has to clear any rooms, unless they could be potential staircase rooms. He knows where his Triforce is. No! Oh no! Oh no. Goma blocks the Triforce in 5. Have we seen arrows yet in any of the shops?
Found a book,
find
though.
The book.
We did. It's in the candle shop, which he bought his candle from. So I think it's in the 80s or 90s. I forget exactly the value of it. But it's not super expensive, given that, again, he's not found a lot of the secrets on the overworld, especially the large.
I'm hearing from our chat that the raft spot had the arrows.
It's one of the shops, it's not the only shop. I've seen them, because the candle, I think, is available. He bought the candle, Eric did. So he's seen one outside the raft spot. Okay,
excellent. Well, arrows will be required at some point to defeat that Goma to get the Triforce out of 5. 30 minutes in. Oh, Error did get his Triforce. No, he couldn't. 30 minutes in. Only one Triforce between these two, I would consider elite runners. This seed is tossing curveballs left and right.
Yeah, there's only really one Triforce that I think they could have gotten at this point, potentially, and it's basically also at level 1 if you wanted to go prioritize getting back there. But, again, it's not a big deal to get those Triforces yet. He just now got the recorder. And level 8 is near start, too, so we have all of our overworld exploration done as a commentator group outside the White Sword item.
Yeah, that is all of our dungeons found. We, watching this thing, know what is required, at least in terms of world exploration. Now, how will our runners route their overworlds?
Almost.
Almost correct.
I mean, Power Bracelet spot could have the White Sword Silvers or something wild.
Fair.
That would be fun.
Fair. Alsoa is going to be a key short of acquiring his Triforce in this 3. I'm pretty certain there was not a key in this room. Yep. So again, keys, quite a factor. The first runner to find the any key may take a substantial advantage in this race.
If it ends up that the any key was ladder blocked, if it ends up the any key was ladder blocked in 1, I do think Alsoa will be a little bit salty about the ladder then.
Error skipping the early Triforce in 8. What do you think of that play, Fury?
2 items. Gotta at least look around a little bit because you feel like you haven't dug any dungeons yet for items outside of level 5 and I guess level 3 for him, so.
That's fair. He doesn't have bow or silvers. Okay.
I would not be clearing this room, however, given that you're locked in this top segment area, unless you're going to go back and pick up the Triforce, in which case that's fine.
Yes, and he's already gotten his heart container. Well, it could be a key. Keys have been premium. It's just the map, which he already has from book. Personally, this is me. I would leave this 8. It looks quite large to me, and I know I'm still limited on combat. I would take this Triforce and try any other dungeon besides a large 8.
My counter to that is it's not got Wizrobes in it, so that's the one thing that saves it from being real bad at this juncture.
Fair enough. Well, Error will claim his Triforce, and we will see what he does from here. Error72, the first with 2 Triforces on the board, number 2 and number 8. He is leaving.
Flute. Yeah, with the flute, I think that was an easier call to make.
Yes. He is leaving. I think he just wanted to check out that little segment up at the top in case it had like a free staircase. When he saw there was nothing there, he's like, alright, I'm good.
I bet you Error goes for the full clear of 1 once he finds it, because again, he's progressing that way, probably only a couple minutes away unless he routes a little bit differently.
Oh, absolutely. Alsoa has found level 7 over at Vanilla 6, and with his improved combat, is making quick work of these Dark Nuts. Which, it looks like Blues may have rolled up a tad.
98 on the arrows. Another shop with them, just right there below, it's the letter K below the Blue Ring Armos.
Yep. Well, that is a readily accessible location, and unless our runners find silvers, that will be required to get the Triforce out of level 5. Now, Error finds level 1. Walk 2 rooms right, my man.
Yep.
Early Triforce in 7 as well.
And another heart give up.
Wow. Wow, that is confidence.
It's no choice. He doesn't have any keys to give up, he has to just give it up.
The Triforce is right there. And you have record. I mean, maybe I like playing Gamblematic. Error throws his hands up like, oh, this is where you were. In kind of a thank you, but game Y motion.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great because 1 was not in that trolley location, but at the same time, it's not like he's really that far behind. He's got most of the items outside of the item in 6 that are going to be in low dungeons between him and Alsoa.
Correct. And he knows the location of 5, so exploration might be... He knows 4. Also, it doesn't know where 4 is up in Second Quest 9. World exploration might actually be in Error's favor. And we know the current Triforce count is in Error's favor. We know the knowledge is in Error's favor because he knows he needs the arrows to get the Goma in 5. So yeah, this is turning out quite interesting. What's turned out as a slow start is making for a very intriguing seed.
Error now knows that he has to go through this key door to go left because there's an old man waiting for him in this room. I doubt if it's a bomb upgrade he would purchase it just because he is close to arrows that he knows he needs.
Also, it went for the Kanana key, but that was a push block room, so he was unable to accomplish the feats.
Well, we went down in the room with the Kappa old man, and we found a whole bunch of blue Wizropes and a shutter door behind us, so that's not a very fun room in 1. Hopefully that's not the Triforce.
That's fair, we have not found the Triforce in 1. We've only found 1 item in this one. There's another item to be found in this one. Oh my. That old man is just like setting up the preface as like, don't go down. Don't go left either, apparently. Good gracious, level 1, what are you doing? Level 7, what are you doing? That is a monstrous 7.
Looks like we have 2 HP Fires, though, that are bomb droppers. That's always nice.
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Error makes quick work of those fires, looking for his Triforce and his other item. And
Any key.
There it is! Any key!
Boom. So that's the any key in 1 that Alsoa did not get, and Alsoa's having to fight through things. Oh boy, Wizropes.
Oh, from the right side as well. Oh, jeez.
So he's probably not going to think of this right away, but he is about 3 screens away from the Fairy Fountain. Could just go full refill Fairy Fountain and then charge that room once you get to it again.
That's a great play that I certainly would not think of, and just kill stuff in this dungeon to get a fairy until I could brute force it.
Yeah, the problem is he's got this other Wizrobe room to his left here in just a moment, and you could easily get hit in here and be down to 1 heart.
Yep. Okay, here we go, and he's gonna do the brute force in a bit. Meanwhile, also digging through this monstrous 7.
Now, this fire room could drop you a heart occasionally. It's not as common, but close enough to common. Hey, he gets 1, doesn't matter.
He can survive 1 hit. He can survive 1 hit. So it does find his heart container in 7. Just push it, Error. Oh, never mind, don't push it. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. going onto the river where they can't hit him, stabbing through, taking contact damage instead of beam damage, and just walking to get his Triforce. Error claims Triforce number 3.
So we're gonna have to see how big the any key ends up being, because I doesn't look like Alsoa is very interested in going back to 1 early.
Yeah,
and I know that
I find very odd, but that's on him.
It's worth noting that to get to the old man room that's below the starting room of level 1, you need a key, and then in the blue Wizrobe 5 block room, you also need a key. So he's going to need at least 2 from my recollection to get up to that room with the any key.
Aha. Well, I'd say the ball is firmly in Error's court now, with knowledge, with item acquisition, with exploration. He will purchase the bait just in case he's also I think is willing to cut his losses in this 7. Goes back and claims the early Triforce. Yes, he is leaving 7. 0 keys and 0 bombs to his name. Well, Fury, you mentioned a power bracelet as the white sword item. Hello, hello.
It ends up being fairly boring, because we know that's not going to be required for anything outside of maybe the large secret at this point.
Correct. We have found all of our dungeons already. Thus, we know where our items can be found. So, if you are either of these runners, Fury, what is your next play? I mean, obviously, we're doing overworld exploration. It seems neither of them know where their next dungeon is. But, like, you start thinking, what do I want to dig? Where's my opponent? 40 minutes in, 2 tries, 3 tries. It doesn't feel good, right? You have to feel like you're behind for both of these guys. $39 on the blue potion. That's fairly cheap. It's a nice pickup. Alsoa is making his way back into level 1, but according to Fury's earlier assessment, we do not believe he will be able to claim his Triforce or his item. He needs 2 keys to get over to that corner of level 1. Maybe he can find it in some of the other rooms? We'll discover shortly.
I forget what's in the Chevy room to the right here, but that's the only spot that you could get a key, because the south door is blocked as well. And there's one. He goes south.
And immediately spins it. There's a Goma. He says, "Come on, really?" And there's pain and suffering. Oh, it gets a clock. Maybe he'll get a key out of this room. Error does find level 7. Interesting start to that 7. Also, Error found the book out of, what was it? 6? 4? Somewhere. I want to say
5.
5.
You split the difference and you get it.
Split the difference. He pulled it out of the recorder block dungeon. He's the only one with, like, book right now to have excess map knowledge, which for these large dungeons can play out very much in your favor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's Death Nightmare.
Yeah, and then he's going to go down, and you're really going to see him pop off after that.
Alright, here we go, chat. I'm sorry, Alsoa.
Not so bad, but it's got to be a little bit frustrating. He's going to fight a bomb wall. This may actually benefit him.
Ooh, this... Uh-oh. This is that is probably the other item of one. Wait, was it shuttered in? It was shuttered in. That is not an item.
No, well, the item in the staircase was the wand.
Ah, okay. And the single
He-
block room. Well, it can have a floor drop. Only in one, right?
It cannot have a drop in this case because it's well. So it could have a standing item in the corner if it were a segmented one because of the remove open staircases. It won't have a drop though because you have to be able to push the block.
Okay. Uh-oh. Blue Golem up in a potential staircase room of 7. A 7 where we did not find our item. I think also it's just like looking for large secret and a key shop now. Because once again, 0 keys. As stated previously, I think that any key of errors is going to pay massive dividends.
Yeah, he's going to get the power bracelet, which could still lead him to at least money. I think, again, that's the only thing that we have underneath power bracelet spots that could be particularly useful outside of maybe a take any art or a potion or something.
I believe we've seen 3 of our take any's. I've seen Error take 2. Error's up to 10 hearts, by the way. He's at max chance. I have not recalled seeing mags yet.
Could be under second quest mag spot too. Power bracelet.
There's our arrows. They are in the candle shop. So any candle shop is also arrows, which will be required because Goma blocks the Triforce in level 5. Error is doing what Alsoa did, committing to dig out this 7, trying to find the item.
Yeah, the worst case scenario here for Alsoa is Error finds the item in 7
And it's
naturally, and finds this room with a any key. That's also helpful, so he doesn't lose a heart. But if he finds it and it's silvers, yeah, that would be almost lights out at this point, even though it's this early, because of the fact that Alsoa's dug that and is going to prioritize it until probably the very end of the seed.
correct. But I think Error's seen enough of his 7. Uh-oh. He will not be flying. Gets bopped by the Octorok. We'll have to try again. He's gonna just come back here later with his recorder if he has to. Gonna prioritize other dungeons. Probably dungeons where he doesn't have Triforces. Maybe 8 where he still has 2 items to dig out.
So he's
Also,
footing
we'll
from
be finding level 4. No, don't die. Don't you freaking die.
So this is Error trying to get through with a flute, and this time he gets bopped back into the level, so he can't get out.
That was fantastic. Also, barely survives the finals. Finds level 4 at second quest 9. And we still have an item outstanding in this 4. That is what he wants to see the most of. Well, not really, but he's very proud to find more keys.
Meanwhile, this is the reason why I didn't think Error was that far behind. Well, I say that. I thought he was going to go back to level 2 right here, but he's going to go to the Fairy Fountain first. Then we'll see what he does.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, level 4. This is the dungeon that Error struggled on because he did not yet have the wand. The combat here was very disgusting. Not just talking about these blue dart nuts, but super gels with just wood sword. They can be a problem. You are a madman, Alsoa. I saw him do that double stab with dart nuts on each side. I'd have died.
Well, at that point, he had no choice. He just had to go for that.
Yeah.
Looks
oh my
like...
god. Jeez. It's gonna give me a heart attack. Those are so close.
It looks like Error's going to go back and start fluting around to see if the flute spots pay off instead of going into level 2. That's really the only thing, that's the difference, is Alsoa going to find the any key, which he basically needs to progress through a lot of these dungeons, or is Error going to find the bow? I think whoever finds one of those 2 items first probably has the decisive advantage for
Oh
some
my
time.
gosh, you are so right. Error is not prioritizing level 2, where he needs to find his bow. Jeez, if he starts clearing out larger dungeons first, or just finding other dungeons, then he'll full dig them. Not knowing that he already has everything he needs, save for silver arrows.
Yeah, the flip side to that is he's already gotten 7 8 Triforce, and he's
High five.
And then level 6 is going to be the early-ish raft through natural progression, most likely.
Yes.
So the only big dungeon he has left that he doesn't have the Triforce out of now is actually 4, since he's got 5's item.
Yeah, and this time he has Mappa 4 and any key, so he can full dig this 4 in search of his item. He's also got better weaponry this time, more prepared for those dart nuts and those super gel. Oh, I think I found 4's item.
Well, the strategy here with the wand and wood sword would probably be to go ahead and just block clip into the reverse C on the top side and just take your swings from there to be safe. But you can also, if you feel comfortable combating, just kind of stab up or down as they're passing by you, as he's doing now.
Yeah, he's doing okay, decent with the cross stabs. I don't want to curse you, Eric. Please. I'll shut up if you finish the room.
That one heart's going to help. You can take a full bop now as long as he doesn't candle hit. Now he's got a fairy, so it's clear for sure.
I'll talk again. Okay, what will he find? Well played, Error. It does. I think this is our item. Oh, yes, please. Oh, I wanted to see it. I still haven't figured out that double clip. In level 4, we find the white sword.
Yeah, we take these.
Especially since we may have to fight some Wizrobes. That is a decent find.
And the Triforce is right next door, so he's out.
High five.
Alsoa's going to find it right after, so it's... If he clears this room, he'll be in the same shape, so not much difference there.
Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Oh, the timing. They just grouped on him. All within separate timings, too. That one was not easy.
It's a frustrating death for sure, but he now has a pretty good idea that that has a good chance of being his item, and he knows what strategies he can use in that room to clear it, so it's just a matter of going back.
Yes. Error will claim his Triforce out of level 4, his 5th Triforce. 50 minutes into the seed. Also full clear of 4, finding white sword. Also, I was gonna fight him in the middle. This is probably what I'd do until I could stab him from the bottom. I get him on that top row and I stab him through the block. Oh, decent bomb usage too. Meanwhile, Error back on the overworld to locate the rest of his dungeons. Taking a beeline for level 6. I believe he has seen it before. Alsoa will claim his white sword and go one room to the left to get his Triforce out of 4 as well.
I could see him willing it into being a silvers situation, but he said he
should also clear 1 to 2 rooms of this 4 to get more keys.
If I were him, I would. However, I would also consider just buying the key outright and hoping that you hit a large secret on the overworld still that you haven't found because you have all your progression items.
Yes, absolutely. Well, here's the Day Dogger in 6. Neither of our runners could handle the first time around, where we believe the Triforce is hiding, because no one was able to find it last time. Bingo! Y-forced!
I would fully expect him to leave on that note.
Yes, I would too. Because he's still got to go through all of 8, and I definitely do 8 before 6. Error gets his Triforce out of level 6, his 6th Triforce.
Yep, so he's going to have to go back to 3.
There's the large 126 up in Western Death Mountain. Also, go find a key shop, please.
Alsoa's probably got to go for a key over a blue ring just about every day of the week at this point because of how many key blocks he's hit.
Yeah, and at 9 hearts, I think he's confident enough to just do this on green tunic, no props. And hopefully luck in the red ring, or just be comfortable.
And it looks like Error may have forgotten that he found the flute in here.
Certainly forgotten that he has found the flute in here.
This is tournament race nerves right here. We all get them sometimes where we just forget that we've gotten something so early on in the seed.
I agree, especially when it's been as scattered as this. Because there have been dungeons which they've only half dug, dungeons where they went all the way to find their Triforce blocked. It's been a difficult one to keep up with, especially. I don't know the style that Error tracks, so. But yeah, every single room he digs into this 3 is just going to be more time lost because he already has his recorder out of here. And I believe it was on that right side of the dungeon that he's already seen before. So, he'll figure it out momentarily. Meanwhile, Alsoa is up in Eastern Death Mountain looking for more levels. There's the key purchase. Do you buy a second one? 157? I'll buy a second one. And he will do the same.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a question mark on the second key just because you know you potentially need to buy arrows at some point with your bow, and it could help you clear things faster.
That is a fair point, and we know he does need to buy arrows. Maybe there's enough locations on his uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Error, I believe.
Can't retry.
I was gonna say, meanwhile, yeah, Error, I think, figured out what's going on in this level 3, and is now gonna go get his Triforce.
That's not too bad. He lost maybe an extra minute or 2 minutes or something, figuring out, oh heck. But Error claims his 7th Triforce of the game, only level 5 remaining, of which he knows exactly where that Triforce is, and knows he needs arrows to do it.
Yep, Error needs 5 rupees.
Error doesn't have his bow.
Error
needs to get back to 2 and find his bow.
Yeah, but he knows he also needs 5 rupees just to get the arrows to be able to even use that bow.
I'm worried he's gonna go to 8 Fury.
Well, 8's vanilla start area. It's not where he's heading. I don't really know what he's doing this area yet, so hard to say.
This is confusing. Also, I just made a purchase. I did not see what it was. It was large. I think it was like a potion, or was it just a bunch of door repairs? There, okay. He had an arrow shop marked, and so he is claiming his arrows. It took all of his money. He was farming up more money.
Yep, so that was why he was going this way. Now which dungeon is going to go to is the question. Is it going to be 8 or is it going to be 2? Looks like 8.
I told you he might go into 8, thinking of the odds are better of me finding something in 8.
Hey, you could find silvers in 8, we have no idea.
You can totally find silvers.
Silvers can be in, what, 7, 8, 9? That's it?
Correct. We do find mags. It is at, wow, the Forest Lake location.
Error will never find that. And
Nope.
the reason why is he has no reason to search Overworld anymore.
Correct.
Chat's already hoping for a double Nanner 8. That would be a travesty for the runners.
Most certainly. I think it would be an even bigger travesty for Error.
I'm going to go with the double red items. Go red candle with the red ring.
What's remaining? I'm going to say red ring and Lord Banana.
Looks like Alsoa had
I'm gonna say silvers are a 9. That's my bet. Silvers are a 9.
Alsoa, I guess, had the room marked with the Dig Dogger and knew it was going to be Triforce, so he's going straight back to clean it up.
he had full cleared every single room in this 6 and saw what the frick, it's in the Dig Dogger room. Alsoa claims his Triforce at a level 6 at roughly 58 minutes in. 4 Triforces on the board for him. The longer Error spends in this 8, if it does not prove fruitful and provide silvers, I think Alsoa can most certainly catch up.
Well, it's got 2 chances to pay off in a way that would benefit Error. It can either be a red ring or silvers. Obviously, silvers being the required item, but red ring would also help expedite through some combat blocks that he's had in the seed.
That is fair. My heart my heart would sink if I do not find silvers after full clearing this 8. Well, there's a diamond stair. Survey says transport.
And he's going to take it, I think, just to eliminate both sides of the transport, so that any staircase he finds from this point onwards is guaranteed to have items.
Yes, this is good. If he can get out. Also, it does get his Triforce out of level 3, putting him 5 Triforces on the board. He already has his Recorder out of 3, so he's out.
So this staircase is absolutely pointless, because I think it just took him 1 room down in a place he couldn't bomb out of.
Yes. Oh, wow. Dirty.
Also, a small chance that the room below him is a right side staircase. If this doesn't bomb, now I'm going to go out on a limb and say it could be Zelda's room in that spot.
What about Spiral? Can Spiral open from the top?
Yeah.
Okay. But nicely done on the manhandler. This could be a stair room. Nope. Yeah, also, I really hope he gets back to that one. This 8 has had quite a number of key blocks.
You can't bomb into that room, so Zelda is looking likely in the room north of the room he's in now.
I'm liking your assessment. Careful. Oh! Gets around the landmos. Hello, princess, not princess.
Yeah, not the most difficult call as a commentator I've ever made because of the way it was restricting him.
You still check it though, right?
Yeah, there's still an off chance that it could just be a really trolly setup there, but the chances became less and less likely as he kept going around it.
Ooh, double stun on the Dodongos. Alsoa finds his level 5. I think that's his last overworld find. And now he's just in item hunt mode. But, ooh, oh my gosh, these Dark Knights.
I'm not quite certain that he has gone to Null Start area yet and found 8.
Oh, he has not found 8. That is correct. I believe he has not found 8.
Alright, item 1 for Error. Let's see what's in here.
Oh! Fury's on the 50-50. There's one red item.
Well, if the second item is predicted correctly, it won't be the worst item he's found today,
Also,
but
it gets wall mastered. Back to the beginning of 5. Happy Halloween, everybody.
oh, Patrick Guard's second item on
no.
half a heart.
Oh, good gosh, no. Oh, the clip was set up for just a second. I think he's gonna take the safe route. Don't burn yourself. Oh, clip it, clip it, clip it. Whoa! That was just like a few. It's banana! Oh boy!
Well, I think, weren't we half right?
Call. That was my call, Candle Banana.
Now he's definitely got to go back to 2, and I think he's going to sort that out in relatively short order.
Yes. Now, if Alsoa chooses to essentially go mode 8 and skip item exploration, because Triforce was in like 4 or 5 rooms of 8, we are looking at a race again. And we are still outstanding on silver arrows. Could be in 7. Could be in 9.
My guess is Error will absolutely gamble level 7 and level 5. No, he got 5s. Okay, level 7, level 6 is what he has left. I think he'll just gamble.
I'm thinking both of these runners will. They both have to think they're behind at this point.
And also knows now that he's in a bit of a bad spot if he didn't spend his money on silvers.
Yes, he has seen the Goma. He is upset. He will have to find money. He might be doing some saves at the money-making game.
You know what's interesting here is he could actually just decide not to gamble 9, go to 7, and see if he can't find silvers there.
Yeah. The fact him having low money and not able to get the try out of 5 could push him towards 7.
Or he could just dig both items out of 8.
Yep. But Error finally gets into the south room of 2. Is going to find Keese have been guarding the bow this whole time. He seems stoic and prepared to do the damage to this seed.
Yeah, he had it down to just a couple of dungeons, so it's not a huge shock to find it at this point. So straight to 5 and then likely to 9. I think we're both kind of guessing he's going to prioritize 9 over going back to another dungeon.
Yes, I would think so. Also was finding a little bit of cash and getting it taken away from him. Oh man, dude, I'd be doing so many save retries.
He's going to find 8 now, and I'm fairly willing to bet he's going to dig 8, based on the fact he doesn't have enough money to buy wood arrows.
Yes, at this point, I think that influences his decision-making a little. Finding any amount of enemies that he can kill quickly for money is probably going to influence his decision-making. Error claims his last Triforce roughly 1 hour 5 minutes into the seed. He can head off to level 9. The question is, will he?
The math in his case says 2 and 3 chance.
Math says yes.
Because
what does his heart say?
Because the raft is required to be in 6 or 7, so he knows it's 50-50 to either one of those.
Also, skipping his Triforce for now. Again, probably just like Error to check out this northern zone. Go get that 5 rupee! You need cash! Alright, also finds the blue gorillas. Finds the map he already had through the book. Error is in 9, and we have a not from the bottom start. And we have Wizrobes in 9.
What do you think, vanilla 9 items?
Yes, actually. I do think vanilla 9 items. Silver and red ring are going to be here.
Yeah, the only other thing that can be here is the best item in the game.
I did originally... Okay, I was originally thinking that, because I'm like, we might as well stick the best item in the game with the second best item in the game. So I'll stick with my original prediction. No, it's going to be silvers and magical boomerang. Never mind. There is a very quick red ring found for Error in 9.
That is fairly significant, just because it's a Wizrobe 9.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'd say that's more than fairly significant. I'd say that is extremely valuable. I also think they can both find it relatively quickly. I mean, it depends on where you go from the start, but it's just 3 rooms from your start.
So the $1 million question is 7 or 9 for silvers, and it actually is fairly important for Alsoa to have them be in 7 at this point, given money.
Clear that. That's a single shutter door. You gotta check if that's still clear the room. Alright, Error is more prioritized on staircases instead of checking for Zelda.
Yeah, you can come back to that room right off start, and if it opens at that point, it's fine. So I don't blame him.
That's fair. Meanwhile, also, he's nearly halfway up to the money he needs. Yeah, he still don't have any key. Holy balls, he had 3 keys, and he's back down to 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of key blocks in this seed.
I'm so confused why you wouldn't go back to level 1 before any of this mess.
Because he doesn't want to get all the way over to the left side through the whiz ropes as well. The whiz ropes are probably deterring him from making that move, and he's going to get another key for clearing this room at least, so he's back to 2.
Yeah, it's... Error finding the any key is probably what opened this seed up, to be perfectly fair. But here we go. Error still looking for his silver arrows in this 9. Gonna check this northern segment. Shutter door.
If you really wanted to be fair on this one, finding level 1 later actually was the big benefit for Error because he found it after he had enough keys to go through it.
That is true. That is very true. Also, he had combat at the time.
Yeah, he didn't actually have the... He didn't have the wand for such a long time that he skipped out on some dungeons and had to go back for the bow, but it did leave him to the any key, which got him through other dungeons quicker than Alsoa got through them.
Yes, it's not often that I consider finding a dungeon later in the rotation could be beneficial to a runner's progression.
Looks like he might do what you were asking him to do earlier, though, with this room. Or not.
Nope.
I can understand why he doesn't. I mean, it's
Yeah.
whiz ropes.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, at 3 hearts, but he's got red ring. But yeah, if it opens later, you know it's the girl.
Also pretty nice to have the blue bubbles not too far away from your starting rotation through this dungeon, so if you ever get red bubbled, you just have to go back to start, and within 4 rooms you're back.
Absolutely. Oh, here's a potential. He'll go through this one, because it's a potential stair room. Can't take too many of those. I don't think Error has a potion. BT dubs. The banana is in 8s. Silver arrows. Wait, we do that one. Never mind.
Yep, you got 7 that you gotta find your item for.
Yeah. Correct. He does not have a potion.
That's actually... That was pretty important to go ahead and arrow that part. He could opt into saving the room at this point, if he really felt like it would be concerning for him to clear it.
I think he's got it. He's confident. There we go. His reward is a transport.
Well, if you take the time to clear it, you gotta figure out where it goes, so I don't blame him.
Absolutely. To the bottom it goes. We're also listening for the roar of Ganon. Chat, place your... Uh-oh.
Another segment. How beautiful.
The legendary segmented 9? Well, not like actual segmented, but forged.
I mean, with all the... I mean, you've played enough of these now. You know how trolly these 9s have gotten.
Yes,
with these
good
segments.
gracious alive. Well, chat, place your bets on Ganon, northeast, southwest, or northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. I'm saying it's all the way in the northwest, up there, somewhere in the L column corner. And that you can't get there except with some kind of magical stair BS.
I'm gonna say southeast in that magical staircase area.
That would be dirty as heck. Also, it does find more money. That is enough for arrows.
I'm pretty sure the arrow shop might be like right here.
It's right here. Because I marked it. Please go to 1 first. Like, you can even go to the ferry and get health and then go to 1. I think that's what he's doing. Yep.
I approve of this play. Get you through that silly room.
Error is out of bombs. He has left 9, recorded to 4 to quickly get bombs out of the screen south of 4. Very good usage of marking his locations on the overworld to replenish his bomb packs.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure Alsoa also has his Triforce out of 8 at this point, so he'll get through this, get his any key, get the Triforce out of 1, and he'll be able to use the wood arrows to kill the Goma in level 5, so he's about 5 or so minutes away from being a 9 himself.
Yes. And then it just comes down to level 9 routing.
I mean, Laws always calls for the Great Equalizer, and it definitely can equalize this race.
Would be quite incredible. That would be a great come from behind win for Alsoa if he were able to do that. He's finding more keys in this one. He picked the right side first instead of the left, picking everything but the Wizrobe rooms. He has 4 keys and he didn't even want to spin that key over there on the right side. Oh no, he's gonna clear this room first. I suppose you gotta. And he does so quite handily. Good on you, Alsoa. We hear a pig. Pig is somewhere on the left side of level 9. Potentially in the E column. Also, it's gotta be thinking, crap. Over an hour. Oh, well, also a Triforce in 1. Error finds Ganon. Silver Arrow's still outstanding. Ganon is 5 down in the E column.
If you can't bomb up here, you almost have to go into Ganon's room, try and bomb out of there, which I think he's gonna consider here.
No.
That's...
I like your idea. I would definitely try to bomb left before doing this. He's gonna go get another bomb pack. Error is leaving level 9.
Or is he? I guess he's fine.
Where his enemies are. He's back into 6. Error did not find his raft in 6. It wasn't too far in, but this allows a little more time for Alsoa to catch up on his Triforce gathering, and then we could be down to a 9 race.
Well, assuming that it's a 9.
Correct. We're at 50-50. The silvers are in level 9 or level 7.
I think this was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, trends. Sorry,
to the right of this.
It was close. I do recall that. It's not in the bottom segment. Also, I went through all of that garbage. Also, it has all of his Triforces now. He is off to level 9.
So we still have to answer the question of whether or not silvers are a 9. I feel like Error has decided to leave 9 because he feels like Ganon's room is required to get like through a bomb wall there to go find the second item. I don't know that he's actually exhausted all the options, so I'm not sure if that's the play to make on that grounds, but...
When he finds his rafts...
So now is he going to go to 7 or back to 9?
You have to go to 9, right? Because you can still find Zelda's room. You can find paths. Nope. Wow. Bold play by Error. Going back to level 7. One of these runners is making the play of the game right here. Who will it be?
Yep, it's literally going to come down to this, I think. Although Error does have the majority of 9 cleared, so in theory, if he finds his way and luckily gets to the item in 7 early, and if it happens to be the magic boomerang, then he could still get back to 9 in time, but if the silvers are at 9...
I don't think he has a majority of 9 cleared. He has up to the top segment. Also, it finds his red ring in 9. Now he will have to make a decision. Error has the top segment that goes straight up. He found like the bottom corner in the bottom right, and he's got a few columns like in the first V and E, and then he found Ganon, and then he was out. So he's still missing a substantial part of that 9. But does this Goma have our item in 7? We believed it earlier. No.
I don't know. I consider having all but basically 14 or so rooms of 9 cleared to be decent enough coverage, because he did only have the 2 in the bottom right that I saw, and then majority of the first 2 columns. So
Do
I don't know.
Do you know how many staircases he found?
He found at least 3 transports and the red
sets?
ring.
So 7 total. He's got 3 more sets of transports. No, 4 more sets because we know one of them. Well, it could be 3 sets. We know there's that block to those bottom 2 rooms down there.
Oh, we
This
may
is
have
our
found the
item
item.
in 7. This most certainly is our item in 7. That bomb in the corner indicates this is a staircase room.
Unless it's the other side of the transport and we just didn't see it from this side yet.
It's possible. Given it was Pig Dogger, it's quite possible we hadn't seen it yet. Survey says it is the other transport. Well, dang it. We have to be patient a little longer, chat. Where are the silver arrows? Everyone wants their bits. Their channel points. Is it right here in this disgusting dart nut room? Also, I was going to take his transport to the other side of 9. Popping him right in the middle. Oh boy, here we go. This is something.
So where are silvers? Are they right here or are they in 9?
Error with the correct play, dipping out of 9 to find silvers in 7. Bold play. He is now off to go fight the pig. Error72 in go mode at 1 hour 19 minutes. Now we could still have a trolley princess, but firmly Error72 takes the lead.
For those surprised that he went to 7, I think it just came down to he felt like Ganon couldn't guard the silvers by bomb wall.
Oh, you're considering going through Ganon's room was blocking the access to the rest of 9?
I think he felt that. I don't know that I felt that he covered enough ground to know that. I think that he just kind of felt like Ganon might be blocking the way a little bit and made the decision that that might cause logic to fluctuate a little bit. But again, I don't know that he covered enough ground for that to be true, so I can't say that I would have made the same call as him, but it worked out.
Yes. We do have Alsoa in the bottom part of this 9, bottom row, so there was a way to get around somewhere, but that doesn't matter. Here's Ganon. 8 stabs with the white sword. He does not have a potion, but he does have red ring. This, without a clean stun lock, this could still be dangerous. Don't let my caulking kill you, Error. He's got the lock. Oh no! I don't want to. No! No! I'm just gonna shut my mouth, y'all. I don't mean to do this on purpose. I call it as it is. Ugh. Error72. Death to Ganon on the final stab. Will be taking the long run back around. Round 2, fight! Quick early stab. This time we'll see if Error can lock in that stun lock. Nice movement of manipulating the fireballs. I like that. But Ganon's not cooperating. Just a few more. Error72 has slain the pig at 122.53. Now we are looking for the princess. She could still be in that very first Wizrobe room that we saw just one north of the start. Because no one ever cleared it. But there she is! Zelda was just right south of Ganon the whole time. Everyone get your GGs in chat for Error72. Finishing in an official time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 21 seconds.
Yep, so we'll see if we can get Error in here for a quick interview. We may run out of time to get to Alsoa's, unfortunately, but we'll at least get one in here.
Well, GG to Error. His win puts him at 1-1 in the series, and should he win another one, he will force a tiebreaker decision in Group 8, the Lion.
And with that, I think we're gonna have Error in the booth with us. GG's and congratulations, you're still alive.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say about that one. Everything was chunky.
Yes,
Well,
it was.
Everything had lots of health.
There are two big plays that I think were made in this seed. I think you could probably guess the second one. What do you suspect the first one was?
Not digging dungeons early until I found any key?
Not finding level 1 until you had 3 keys, basically. Alsoa was blocked at the 5-block Wizrobe room on the way that direction the second time he dipped it. He triple dipped it the third time, had 3 keys, and was able to burn 1 to get the any key.
Oh.
Yep, any key was huge, and it required keys to get there. But yes, please tell us about your thought process. What convinced you to leave 9 to go check 7?
Because I had found one item in 9, and I continued checking 9 until I found either pig or princess. And I found the pig, and it's just like, alright, let's go check the other dungeons. I can't remember if I dug 5, ever. I don't know if I got the item out of 5.
You did, it was the book.
Yes, I didn't mark that on my tracker.
It's all good.
I was pretty sure that I had the item out of 5, so I think I got the item out of every dungeon. Except the last item in 9, which I know at this point would have been the magical boomerang, I think.
Yeah, because you got the red candle out of 8, you found the other boomerang in 8. So yeah, I believe you dug them all. Yes, going back to 7, huge play, big brain play.
So it was just one of those, it's like, I'd forgotten about how much of 7 I'd already dug. So I went back to 6 first, and I got lucky in finding the item pretty early in 6.
Yes.
But then, then it's like, alright, let's go back to 7, and then, because there's a decent chance that Ganon was blocking a large part of level 9 anyway. So I wasn't completely sure. I could have, but it was just one of those. It's like I found Ganon. I found a path to Ganon. Let's go dig easier spots.
Yes, that's what Fury was saying, and that's interesting because I never considered that as part of the thinking process.
Especially since
finding Ganon quickly, knowing that, well, unless you can bomb out of his room, if he blocks the other like 20 rooms of 9, Silvers can't be there.
Right.
It's a very interesting assessment. Well played. Good job to you, sir.
So I mean, if there was still 2 items in 9, I would have continued digging 9. But finding that red ring was huge. I mean, it wasn't silvers, but I mean that made things a lot safer. Other than I still got high roll drivered by Ganon, and that made me very sad. My combat was not stellar. I did cut my stream before you saw my number of deaths, but my number of deaths is 8.
Oof.
So that's a few more than you would like to take in any of these seeds, but everything just had so much health for the most part.
We saw the super gels, we saw the gorillas. It was hard to make progression in this seed. You'd be halfway through a dungeon, find the Triforce lock, and it's like, guess I gotta come back later. You'd be halfway through a dungeon, find the item locked by like a dig dogger or something, guess I gotta come back later.
Yeah,
Right.
So final question before we let you go is we have Fred's race coming up in about 60 seconds. What are your thoughts about tomorrow?
Well, I mean, if I win, it goes down to the tie breaks because that'll make 3 of us 2-1. But I can't worry about beating him fast. I just need to win the race and then see where everything falls.
Yep,
And,
pretty much.
And because I can't control how fast he goes, it could be a jet seed and we both finish quickly. It's just I need to try and win, and if I win, we'll let the administrators sort out who goes on the bracket.
Yep, we'll see what happens there. Malchior, it was great commentating with you. We're unfortunately going to have to cut out from Alsoa's finish, but if you want to see Alsoa finish, you can follow him over on his channel, which I believe we can give you the link to. It should be... I think he's got it under Isolated still, 999, but we'll give it to you. Nope, it's Alsoa 999. So if you want to cheer him on, go over there. Eric, congratulations, and I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow with our groups. Thanks again to Chiros for tracking for us today.
I got
go
one
ahead
more
and
thing to say. Yeah, after you see also a finish, come right back here. SpeedGaming 2, we have Fred Coughlin versus Fryteeth. Commentary provided by Trenton and the one and only master of level 7 hiding stuff, Redbird Grad. So come back as soon as you see also a finish for another fantastic race as we continue this Zelda 1 Randomizer. Thank you, Fury, for your commentary tonight. Thank you, Kairos, for tracking. Thank you, Error, for a wonderful experience of a seed tonight. And thank all of you for tuning in.
And thank you for restreaming. And thank you for commentating.
We will
It
see
was
y'all
mostly fun.
Yep. We'll see y'all shortly. Have a good night, everyone.